Welcome to Cardinal Mooney Girls Basketball here on the Cougar Network.
Today, the visiting Cocoa Tigers take on the Cardinal Mooney Cougars in the first round of the regional playoffs.
The Cougars, led by all-time leading scorer Callie Barrett and sophomore sensation Maddie Minery, are looking to make another run to the state finals.
Cocoa is not to be taken lightly, though, led by their own sophomore star Gianna Conklin-Jones, are looking to make a playoff run of their own.
Coming off a great win in the district championship, the Cougars moved to 6 straight district championship wins. That is crazy.
Cocoa is also coming off a great win, beating Space Coast 72-30. These are two very high-powered teams, and they face off tonight.
This is going to be an awesome game to watch, so stay tuned, and we'll see you at the tip-off.
See you soon.
Starting tonight for the Tigers, number 1, Ty Blackman. Number 3, Maya Drake. Number 5, Sophia Bass. Number 22, Kamani Agee. And number 24, Gigi Conklin-Jones. Now, ladies and gentlemen, get to your feet. Now for the Cardinal Mooney Cougars with a record of 19 wins and your non-scorers. Number 20, Charlie Segay. Number 22, Emily Wilson. Number 5, Josie Maloney. Number 1, Ava Bruno. Number 11, London Guy. Number 50, Brielle Buckley. Number 25, Avery Davis. Now, starting for tonight for the Cougars. At guard, 6 foot, number 21, Kelly Ford. 6 foot sophomore, number 12, Maddie Murray. Number 23, Chelsea Ray Martin. Number 2, Jessica Taylor Busser. And the captain, 5'6", Darcy Simon. The head coaches for the Tigers, Brian Harrison, and the Cougars, Marlon Williams. The revisions for tonight have been the Vanilla Stereo referees in St. Petersburg, led up by official Horn. Bring it up, ladies.
And now we prepare for the opening tip-off here. Seems that Gianna Conklin-Jones and Callie Barrett will be the two leading the tip-off.
Very exciting.
Start of the regional championship run. So we're going to be seeing a lot of the best play here from both teams.
Let's hope for a good game, and here we go.
And they just let Barrett have it, and it seems Martin will take it down herself. Passing it out to Simon. Minery with the screen gets out to Barrett. Barrett passes out to Martin. Martin for 3. No good. Rebounded by Aggie, and it will be now taken down by Blackman. Blackman stops, shoots, and it is in for 2, and Cocoa gets on the board first. Martin will take it on. Martin making her way down the court, passing it out to Simon. Simon passing it around, looking around, finds Barrett underneath. Barrett stops, and it is blocked by number 24, Gianna Conklin-Jones, and it is popping in here.
I mean, we're seeing some incredible plays already. I mean, it doesn't look like a good start from Mooney. I mean,
Cocoa did come to play today for sure.
not messing around. I mean, the noise in here is so loud. Love the enthusiasm, though.
As Buster gets it out, Minery gets it to Minery gets it out to Martin. He gives it right back to Minery. Minery making her way around the court. She takes it herself underneath into the paint, and she draws the foul.
First foul of the game so far. Hopefully we don't get a repeat of the last couple games because we hate to see a foul field game. I mean, it's not fun. So many penalties, and it just drags the game on way too long.
And Minery will go and shoot for 2. She misses her first one. A very uncommon miss there for Minery. Goes to take her second shot. And it is in. And Coco moving fast, gives it right out to Jones. Jones setting up any place she can here. Taking it down. Have Simon guarding on her as she gets it out to Drake. Drake underneath to Bass. Bass gets it out to Blackman. They are passing the ball around like crazy. She goes underneath. No good. Rebounded by Martin, and they double team her. And there will be a jump ball called. And it will go in favor of the Tigers.
I mean, for the game just starting, it's aggressive. I mean, on both sides of the ball, they're just fighting for it. No hesitation whatsoever.
Bass to pass it in. Gets it out to Jones. Jones for 3. No good. Will be rebounded by Bass. And another jump ball, but this time it will go in favor of the Cougars. Passing it into Martin, and Martin will take it down. Martin gets it out to Busser. And no, Busser is a lethal threat down back at the court. And Simon, and they will call a travel on Simon. And it will be Tiger ball. Fast pass it in. Gives it to Jones. Jones will give it out to, and they will call a travel on Jones, a costly mistake.
We're seeing some, unusual mistakes for, as experienced and skillful players that they both are, both teams. We're just seeing some stupid mistakes that they shouldn't be making.
Busser to pass it in. Gives it to Martin. Martin making some moves, finds Minery. Minery going into the paint. Jumper, good for Maddie Minery, taking the lead for the Cougars. Blackman taking it down. Gets it out to Drake. Drake gives it out to Bass. Bass out to Jones. Jones gives it right out to Penny Feather underneath. And it is in for the Tigers. Another lead change here. And the Cougars call a timeout.
We're seeing some faulty in the defense of the Cougars, and it's not so good. I mean, it was just a wide path straight to the basket. We'll be right back after this timeout.
Busser gets it out to Martin. Martin making some moves, trying to find any open option she has. Gets it to Barrett. Barrett underneath to Minery, and is intercepted there by Blackman. Blackman taking it down the court. She finds Aggie. He gives it right back to Blackman, to Jones. Jones scanning the court, gives it back to Aggie. Gives it underneath, back to Aggie, sorry. Giving it to Drake there. To Bass. They are passing the ball around like crazy. It's almost hard to keep up.
Playing toss at this point.
Giving it to back to Blackman. Martin stepping up and playing some defense. And Simon almost intercepting the pass there as Jones goes underneath. 1-2, and it is swatted down by Minery. And it is swatted down by Minery. And it will be Coco ball as Busser knocks it out of bounds.
I mean, I know I've said it before, but the aggressiveness in this game is just absolutely astonishing. There's just no hold back. I mean, they're hitting each other with no hesitation whatsoever.
As Drake has it, giving it out to Bass. Pass out to Jones. Jones moving underneath to Aggie. Aggie finds an open underneath to Blackman. Blackman takes it in, and Coco extends their lead by 3. Martin with the ball herself now. Looking for any open options. Busser moves under by. Martin will take it. No good. Rebounded by Barrett. Barrett out to Busser. Busser for 3.
Well go!
Talia Busser.
She's
4-3.
She nailed it. Perfect. Beautiful
And she
three-pointer.
will get the and one as well.
I mean, this is not uncommon for her. I mean, we've seen this a lot in previous games and everything, but
Busser, a known three-point threat. You cannot leave her open. If she's open for a 3, she's going to take her opportunity, and she's going to make it. And she gets the and one, and the Cougars have the lead now, 7-6.
absolute threat to the Coco Tigers.
Jones scanning the court, setting up the play. Moves around to the right, makes a move on Simon. Giving it out to Blackman. Blackman not finding anything she can. Tries to make a screen work. Goes underneath, and it is stolen by Martin. Martin, they double team her, and it will be Cougar ball. Aggressive defense here from the Coco Tigers.
Coco Tigers need to work on, retaining their ball. I mean, they just keep losing, and it keeps getting overturned to the Cougars. It's definitely their fault as of right now.
Martin scanning. Looking for anything she can. Finds Barrett. Barrett for 3. Will go! Callie Barrett, 3 points. And extends the Cougars' lead by 4. Jones with the ball. Gets it out to Drake. Drake will give it right back to Jones. Jones, pump fake, goes underneath in the paint. No good. She gets her own rebound, and Minery will grab the defensive rebound. Minery making it down. She goes underneath. She finds her way into the paint for 2. No good. Gets her own rebound, and it will be in, and Minery extends the lead to 6. As Jones is taking it down. Jones giving it out underneath. Mishap on the pass, does not matter. Aggie will have it. And seems Coco will call the timeout. Well,
we're seeing some amazing plays from both sides of the ball. I mean, we're seeing some, minor problems with either team. I mean, Coco keeps losing possession of the ball. Their dribbling's not so good. I'll get back to that. We're about to see a replay here. There's no technical difficulties. Here we go. Never mind.
Sadly, there is a technical difficulty, but we'd like to thank you for tuning in to the Cougar Network and watching tonight's broadcast. Make sure you like and subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Follow us on social media at cmhs.cougernetwork. That is cmhs.cougernetwork.
Yes, please, guys, check us out. We have a bunch of clips from previous games, and if you're on one of the teams, you can watch footage and improve. I mean, that's what I would do if I was a player.
Absolutely. And it is Bass who is throwing it in for the Tigers. Scanning her options, finds one. Denied by Minery, and it will be out on Minery. Tigers with the ball. Ref is checking the scoreboard. There seems to be a scoreboard issue.
I have a bunch of issues tonight. Technical difficulties, but it's all right.
We'll see what the ref says. Changing the time on the clock.
Very climatic. All right, here we go.
And it will be Jones with the ball. Jones, their key offensive player, gets it out to Blackman. Blackman takes it on the left side. Almost a mishap on the pass there. They're playing some defense and double dribble. And it will be Cougar ball. Busser passing to Martin here. It seems we're going to get a replay of Busser's 3 from earlier. As Simon gets out to Minery. Minery takes it out underneath on the court. Almost denied. She somehow gets it up. Misses her own rebound, and it will be Cougar ball on their side of the court.
From my perception, my angle, I saw about 15 fouls there on Maddie. I mean, she was just getting swatted. She was getting punched.
Buster passes it into Barrett, and it is intercepted there by Jones. Jones will take it down center court. Jones 1-2, and floater. No good. Rebounded by Minery. Minery slings it down to Barrett. Barrett for 2 will take it in.
Raising score 13-6. Cougars leading with about 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
As Blackman has the ball. Gets it out to Aggie. Aggie out to Jones. Jones left unattended. Pump fake 3 for Drake. Drake goes underneath. 2, no good by Bass. Barrett taking it down. Slings it once again off of Minery's head. And it will be Drake with the ball now, trying to see if there's anything she can do. She gets it out to Blackman. Blackman looking for any options. She gets it out to Drake. Drake finds herself center court. She gets it out to Bass. Bass giving it right back to Drake. Drake looking for anything. She finds Bass right underneath. Drake, pump fake. No good. They're passing it back and forth between each other. They give it to Blackman. Blackman stalling a little bit here.
I don't know why, because they're losing currently.
Setting up a new play, perhaps. As Jones has the ball. Jones gets it out to Blackman. Blackman trying to find anything, but she just gives it to Jones. They keep passing around a lot here, maybe trying to discombobulate the Cougars a little bit. Gets it to Blackman. Barrett playing some heavy defense. Almost strips it from Blackman, and it is stripped. Simon slings it down to Barrett. Barrett 1-2, in for the layup. Callie Barrett extending the Cougars lead 15-6 with only about 30 seconds left to go in this first quarter of play. Jones with the ball. Finds an open woman. Drake looking for anything, trying to get past this stout defense. Gets it underneath to Aggie. Aggie's jump, and it is in for Aggie. Coco trying to just get a little bit more points on the board. He gets it out to Barrett. Barrett out to Minery. Minery for 3. The buzzer beater for Maddie Minery.
Absolutely incredible.
At the end of the first quarter, your Cardinal Mooney Cougars lead 18-8 against the visiting Coco Tigers.
I mean, what do I have to say? We've saw some incredible plays. The enthusiasm here tonight is incredible. I mean, everyone is alive, they're vibrant, and you can tell this is a regional game.
Absolutely. You can tell that there's a lot of enthusiasm on that Coco sideline. They're loud. Coco came here tonight as well. We have a lot of fans. We're hearing a lot of fans here tonight. You can tell they are fighting for something to play for tonight. And we're going to get some first quarter highlights right here. But, I mean, we've just seen this Cougars offense just keep going and going and going. But how about the defense? What have we seen from the Cougar defense today?
Honestly, they've really stepped up. I mean, as the Tigers were stalling over there, they were kind of getting boxed in by the Cougars, and they ended up getting overturned to the Cougars. So, honestly, that whole method of them just wasting their time, the Tigers, didn't work for them, and it worked against them.
It did not work for them, but we will see what the Tigers can do. They have been playing very good offense as well.
Exactly.
The score doesn't show it, but they have been really playing. The Cougars have just been outplaying them.
I mean, being able to just get a couple points on the Cougars says a lot, and only for the first quarter. So maybe we can see some shifts and changes.
And
never know.
It seems Maddie just got Minery just got a technical foul here for a celebration.
Celebration.
Very interesting. So we will check in on that, and Coco will take shots for it, I believe.
Oh, we've seen some aggression from both sides of the coaches. I mean, Cougars coach doesn't look too happy. I mean, who would be? But we also see the Tigers coach definitely wasn't too happy at the amount of fouls.
We would also like to mention that the Cougars did sub in number 5, Josie Maloney, number 20, Charlie Scabelli, and number 22, Emily Wilson, who is a freshman. And seems as though Jones gets both of her tech shots in, and it will be Coco ball to start the second quarter. Bass to pass it in. Gives it to Drake. Seems Drake will be taking it down this time. Giving it to Jones, the main player here tonight. Jones underneath, blocked by Minery. Minery will take it down. Minnery underneath to Scabelli. Scabelli loses control of the pass, and it will be turned over to the Cocoa Tigers. Cougars try to speed up that offense there, and it did not turn out that well for them.
It usually does, but hopefully they can regain control and, you know, work everything out.
As Blackman now takes it. Pressed there by Callie Barrett. And Blackman almost trying to get the ball stolen from her here. We'll give it to Drake. Drake out to Blackman. Blackman out to Aggie. Aggie for 2, 3 maybe. No good. Rebounded by Wilson. And they shove Wilson out of bounds, and it will be Cougar ball.
Like you said, Cougars are definitely trying to speed everything up, and it's definitely not working for them. Let's see if they can change their strategies and techniques here.
As Wilson has the ball now. Giving it out to Scabelli. Scabelli looking for any open options, gives it to Minnery, reliable. Minnery gets out to Barrett. Barrett for 3. No good. And will be rebounded by Wilson. Wilson loses control of the rebound, and it will be Tiger ball.
These passes, you name fix them.
Cougars full court pressing here. As Bass has the ball herself, passing it between her and Drake. Drake finding her way, and a mishap on the pass will result in it for another turnover for the Cocoa Tigers.
It looks just as the Cougars are definitely messing up their passes, so are the Tigers. I think both teams need to slow down and, you know, get composure.
Wilson giving it to Maloney. Maloney finding anything she can, gets it to Minnery. Minnery to Wilson. Wilson going underneath into the paint, and Wilson is in for 2, and a double-digit lead for the Cougars. Giving it to Aggie, who gives it right back to Jones. Jones loses control of the ball, and will give it right back to the Cougars.
I would say there's only about 2 or 3 people on the Cougars team that can keep their fast-paced up. I mean, Josie Maloney is one of them. She moves very fast-paced, but she's always very organized. She gets everything done.
And Minnery, while you're talking, Minnery goes in for 2.
Very fast-paced.
extending their lead to 12 as Jones has the ball. And a timeout called by the Cocoa Tigers. And what are we seeing here from the Tigers and the Cougars at the beginning of the second quarter?
I mean, I pretty much pointed out most of what we've seen. It's just passing. The passing hasn't been so good. They keep losing possession of it, and they're not even, getting on either side. It just keeps going out of bounds. So it's not really necessarily good or bad, but it's just kind of flat for both teams. So let's see if they could, slow down, get composure of the ball, pass it a little bit smoother, go for some nice layups. I mean, Cougars have a very tall and physically developed team, so they can use that to their advantage because, I mean, we have Maddie Minnery, who's 6'1", Callie Barrett, who's 6'2", which is astonishing. So if they just use those abilities to their advantage, I think we could knock some great points up here and lead even more than we already are.
Very well said. Coco with the ball now. Seeing what they can do here. Blackman with it. Blackman looking for any open options. She finds Bass. Bass gives it to Aggie. Aggie underneath to Jones. Jones looking for anything she can as well. They did sub in number 12, Jasmine Stevens. And then Jones will go for 2, and Jones is in for 2. And the Tigers come right back on the board. And Tigers are getting loud too. Rome's trying to drown us out here. As Maloney with the ball, pass underneath, it is a failed pass. Stevens with it. She gives it out to Aggie, who gives it to Blackman. Blackman taking it down the center left of the court. 1-2, she is fouled. And Coco will go and shoot for 2 at the line.
We're seeing some faulty with the fouls here. I mean, the less fouls there are, the better, of course, but I mean, I love the aggression and I love the enthusiasm from both sides. It's very loud, and I love the atmosphere, but we need to slow down on the fouls because it's not good for either team. And we got number 1 scores a point.
Blackman gets her first shot in.
See if she gets the second shot in.
It is no good and is rebounded by Wilson. Wilson giving it to Maloney. Maloney ran into one of the Coco players, lobs it up to Martin. Martin underneath to Simon. Simon underneath. Quick and easy layup, and
that was a beautiful play.
Simon, Simon hit in the nose there.
That was a really good play there. We saw some great passing. We saw easy layup like I pointed out, like they should have, and it was great.
The Cougars are pressing here. They're trying to keep Coco on their heels and also keep Coco back. And Buzzer almost gets the steal, and she will get called for a foul.
These fouls are just coming out one after another.
100% agree with you. It's an underneath steal by Simon. Simon will give it out to Busser. Busser underneath to Simon. Simon up for a quick and easy two, and another one for Simonique Simon.
Perfection.
Jones trying to light a spark for this Coco offense. Trying to find anything she can. Guarded by Maloney. Jones for three, and it will be in for Jones. Maybe lighting a spark that Coco needs. Martin will take it down herself now. Martin out to Busser. They know not to leave her unattended on the three-point line. And they give it out to Simon, and Coco is getting loud.
It's so
Martin
loud
will give it to Simon. Simon. Big step, and
another foul.
They will give another foul, and it will be.
I have to say, I think out of all the games I've announced to, it's the first time I don't think I was able to hear my own voice.
Yeah, this is crazy. This Coco sideline is getting very loud. It's almost getting hard to hear.
Well, I love the enthusiasm, though. It's not only bringing up their spirits, but it's getting the Mooney fans going. I love it.
As Buzzer goes to pass it, and she gets it out to Scabelli. Scabelli out to Martin. Martin juggling the pass, stops, shoots. No good, and it will be jump ball towards the Coco Tigers. Tigers are now building a little bit of momentum here, getting a good stop there on defense. Gets it out to Jones. Jones working some moves on Scabelli. Working a move, good screen there by Moore. Out to Bass, Bass for three, no good. Will be rebounded. Giving it right back out to Jones. Jones looked out behind, fouled. And she will go and shoot at the line.
I have to say, Jones is definitely, her handles are amazing. I mean, her shot, she made a three-pointer. Everything about her is very well and very impressive. I mean, she's definitely been the lead scorer for the Tigers so far. And she's definitely a key player. And I'm looking forward to see what she does for the rest of this game.
As she goes to shoot her first shot. In and out of the rim for her first shot. She still has two more to go, though, so Coco fans, don't worry just yet. Second shot is also no good. And the Cougars sub in Maddie Minery and Callie Barrett, and for Emily Wilson and Riley Martin.
Bringing out most of their starting defense, or line, not just defense and offense.
Scabelli, the only non-starter in for the Cougars currently. Shot is up, and it is in for number 24, Jones. Busser taking it, passes out to Simon. Simon going out underneath to Minery. Minery embarrassing her way into the paint, gets it out to Busser, and it is tipped up by number 12, Jasmine Stevens.
Both sides of the ball are being very aggressive right now. I mean, it keeps going out of bounds, which is not so good, but it's, like I said, it's flat, so it's not really an advantage or disadvantage to either side of the ball.
Coco's playing some hardcore defense now. Minery with the ball, gets it out to Busser. Busser trying to find anything, she gives it right back out to Minery. Minery slowing down the pace of the game. Minery fakes it up, gets it to Barrett. Barrett played away, no good. Will be rebounded by Stevens. Stevens gets it stolen though by Simon. Simon gets out to Scabelli, gets it to Barrett. Barrett underneath for two, will get fouled, and Barrett will go to shoot two from the line.
I have to say, I'm going to give Tigers some credit, though, because their defense has stepped up. They're boxing in, they're pressing, they're just shoving the Cougars out of the paint, and it's just not letting them allowing them to get a shot in. I mean, they really have to pass it in to get a shot, or at least a layup.
And that is Coco making all that noise, by the way.
I know, I can't even announce. I can't even hear my own thought process. It's so loud.
Coco with some great traveling fans for sure as Callie goes to shoot her second shot here at the line.
Love to see it.
You see our camera is shaking.
Our camera is shaking right now because it's so loud in here.
Gets it out to Jones. Jones lobs it up to Blackman. Blackman with a good catch. Blackman cannot do anything with the given court advantage. Blackman looking for any possible thing she can. Blackman giving it out to Bass. Bass giving it out to Stevens. Stevens trying to make a play, gets it out to Jones. Jones will take it underneath, 1-2. Denied by Callie Barrett.
So amazing defense there by Callie Barrett. Not surprising, though, using her height, just blocking everything in sight. Very good play, though.
Coco passing it in now off the out of bounds there. Blackman gets it right back to Bass. These two love to pass it to each other. And underneath by Bass, and it is in. And the Tigers narrow that lead down a little bit.
They're chipping away.
Minery with the ball. Buster gets it underneath to Barrett, almost denied there by Jones. Jones will foul Barrett, but Barrett will not get the and one.
I mean, we're seeing so many fouls here, and it's not really the best thing. It's really slowing this game down, though.
I'd say get ready to feel the noise, Wyatt, because we're about to see these traveling Coco fans make some noise as they try to distract Barrett.
I would make a bet with you if I wasn't on camera right now to see if the camera shakes.
Look at this, camera shaking. Had to switch camera angles, but Barrett, muscle memory, makes it in for her first shot. As the Cougars sub in their full starting lineup, bringing in Riley Martin in for Charlie Scabelli. As Barrett goes to take her second shot. And here the Tigers go again, making even more noise. Barrett in for her second shot. Blackman with the ball. Gets it out to Drake. Drake looking for anything she can, guarded by Martin. Gets it out to Blackman. Blackman moving down the right side of the court. Switching to the left, going to Aggie. Aggie giving it out to Jones. Looking for any sort of thing they can against this stout Cougar defense. They give it out to Blackman. Giving it right back to Bass. They're passing the ball around a lot. Drake out to Aggie. Aggie out to Jones. Jones pump fake, and they will call a travel on Gianna Conklin-Jones.
Jones definitely being a main scorer for the team and definitely a key player. She's had a bunch of three-pointers so far, a bunch of assists. Riley Martin
now having the ball. Coco making noise. Barrett for three. No good. Maddie Minery with the rebound. Minery underneath. Jump. Denied. And there will be a foul.
I mean, every time the Cougars get the ball, you can almost just predict a foul at this point.
And Minery will now go to shoot from the line. And as I've said many times before, these traveling Coco fans are about to make some noise.
Yeah, I bet. How much you want to bet right now?
I
It
don't
shakes
think
the whole. Oh, they switched camera angles.
Minery will take it, extending the lead to 10 as the Tigers sub in number 14, Tiana Moore, in for number 22, Kamoni Aggie.
I love how they're not using camera 3 right now because it's shaking so hard.
And they get it in. Cougars extend their lead to 11. Jones slowing down the pace of the game, taking it down court.
Looks like she's focusing and giving some directions to her players.
Drake gives it out to Moore. Moore giving it out to Blackman. Blackman giving it right out to Bass, who gives it to Jones. Passing the ball around is Coco's main thing that they've been doing all game. She gets the foul drawn, and she will go and shoot at the line. 4-2. Time for the Cougars to make a little bit of noise here. She gets it in, and we'd like to thank you for tuning into the Cougar Network tonight and watching the broadcast. Make sure you like and subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on social media at cmhs.cougarnetwork. That is cmhs.cougarnetwork.
Please check us out, guys.
As she gets her second shot in, Martin passing it down to Minery. Out on Minery's fingertips. She could just not hold on to the ball, giving it right back to Coco. Blackman with the ball. Blackman with the ball. Getting it out to Drake. Drake will give it to Bass. Bass looking for anything. She finds Jones. Main person they've been working with tonight.
Absolutely.
Looking for any maybe last-minute points here. Scanning. Seeing if she has any open options. No screen. Screenplay works a little bit. Up and no good, and it will be the Cougar ball. Cougars lead by 9 here in the remaining 30 seconds of the second quarter in the first half. Martin with it. Coco making noise, giving it out to Simon. Simon going underneath, jump in for Simonique Simon.
Raising the score 32-21 with about 15 seconds left until halftime.
Will they be able to do anything? Jones with the ball. 9 seconds left, 8 seconds left. Jones with the ball, trying to see if there's anything she can do. Some last-minute points. She does not have much time. She has to shoot it. Lets it go. No good for the Tigers. And that will be the end of our first half of play. Any takeaways?
We're about to see a replay here if it goes through.
Got a nasty block there from Callie Barrett that just shows how the Cougars defense has been on top of it today.
I mean, honestly, there's so much to say. I don't think I would be able to say it in this, 2 or 3 minutes. But what I do have to say is, what do you call it? There's a technical on Maddie Minery, which is for celebrating, which, I mean, honestly, I didn't see. Yeah, technical foul. But we saw some good sportsmanship from her at the end there. She fell on top of a opponent, and she helped them up. So it's good to see.
Absolutely. The Cougars offense.
Cougars
Been
offense.
on fire tonight.
On fire.
How can Coco stop them?
I don't think they can. I mean, I want to be optimistic for both sides of the ball. I want a fair game. But I think for them to stop them, they need to press up a little bit closer, kind of lock down, slow down. Mooney, at first, when they were speeding up, it wasn't going so well. But now that they're speeding up and they're being very precise and very technical of how they're doing stuff, it's working for them a lot better. What do you call it? Tigers need to slow down. They need to make their passes better. It keeps going out of bounds. And fouls. We need to chill with the fouls.
There have been a lot of fouls this game for sure.
It's
100%.
slowing. It's not even that the fact that it bothers me there's just that many fouls. It's just slowing the game down so much more.
Yeah.
And we're not seeing as much play time and action that we want to see. It's not as thrilling, you know?
Absolutely. Well, that is our first half analysis, and me and Wyatt, we will catch you at the start of the second half.
After a nice slice of pizza, too.
Absolutely. And we are back.
And we are here for a very exciting second half of a very thrilling game.
Cougars leading 32-21. The Cocoa Tigers are down here, and we know what they need to do. Their defense needs to be a lot better. Their offense needs to do the same thing they've been doing, but they need to pressure the Cougars harder.
Yeah.
Once the game started to speed up, Cougars weren't catching up. So we're going to see what the Cougars can do to maybe stop Cocoa if that happens, or maintain what they've been doing this whole game.
Yeah, I mean, because they're leading, but it's not by a lot. Every time Cougars lead by a little bit, and they're really trying to perfect their stuffs, the Tigers reorganize, and they somehow catch up a little bit, chipping away at the scoreboard. But let's see if they regrouped, you know, got refreshed, and let's see if we have a better quarter for either side of
as
the
Barrett
ball.
starts the game, and she will take it right underneath Barrett. No two. Maddie Minory with the rebound, no good, and it will be rebounded by Jones. Jones with the first rebound here of the second half. Jones scanning court, gets it out to Drake. Drake will give it out to Bass, and swatted by Barrett. Drake with it, gets it out to Aggie. Aggie gives it right back to Jones. Aggie with the screen, failed and is off her foot. And she will recover her own mishap. As she tries to look for anything she can, and she does. She finds Bass, gives it right back out to Jones. Jones sticking with the ball. Martin playing very aggressive defense. Back and forth between the Tigers, no good. And she will get the rebound, and it will be passed underneath. A very bad pass. Minory takes it. Minory taking it down, 1-2. Stop, and in for Minory. 2 more points on the board for the Cougars to start off this second half. Jones taking it, gets it out to Bass. Bass for 3, no good, rebounded by Busser. Busser gets it out to Simon. Simon, scanning court, finds Martin. Martin gets out to Busser. Busser, pump fake 3, gets it underneath to Simon. Simon giving it underneath to Martin, and Martin will take it in for 2 for the Cougars.
They're keeping everything fast-paced, but they're organized, and they're getting everything done like they should have last quarter.
Coco's defense, however, not playing as they were earlier, and it seems as though Coco will take a very early timeout here.
I mean, so far, it's very fast-paced. It's been on both sides of the ball probably 100 times.
But the Cougars have taken advantage of it the most, getting more points out of it.
Raising the score by 15.
And can Coco catch up? That is the question. But we got a little bit of some replays I heard.
Here we go.
About these layups. Minory getting her first one in here. And then Martin just coming right back. Cougars scoring 4 early points.
As you guys probably know by now, they're our top 2 scorers, and so is Talia Busser, especially as a 3-pointer. Cougars look ready for action. Here we go.
Bass passing it into Jones. Taking it far back down the court. Jones looking for anything, and she does. She finds Drake. Drake will give it out to Bass. Bass looking for anything she can. Bass giving it out to Drake again. Drake and Jones. Drake, Jones, and Bass have been the main passing points today. Giving it to Aggie. Aggie almost denied. Gets it out to Drake. Drake for three. So that was Bass. Sorry. As Minnery takes it down. Minnery to Busser. Busser finds Barrett. Barrett finds Minnery. Minnery underneath. Will shoot. And Minnery with 2 more points.
We saw some amazing boxing out there. She really utilized her height there. Swooping in.
Jones looking for any option she has. Very few guarded by this defense. Jones gives it to Aggie. Aggie gives it to Blackman and Black, and she will shoot. And in!
Beautiful three-pointer there.
Bass. And now Barrett with the ball. Barrett making her way down the right side of the court. Stops. Gives it to Martin. Martin for three. No good. Rebound by Minnery. Minnery will take a jump shot. No good again. This time slammed down by Simon, and it seems that it will still remain on the Cougars side of the court.
If you ever seem to miss a shot, you can count that Maddie Minnery will swoop up and grab it.
Martin will give it out to Simon. Simon giving it out to Busser. They keep Busser on the rock and keep making sure she gets 23s. Barrett underneath. No good. Will be rebounded by Jones.
Some great ball handling there.
Jones gets it out to Bass. Bass underneath. Will get it in. Sophia Bass. Martin now with the ball. Coco chipping away at that lead. Now Barrett with the ball. Screen there by Minnery. Almost failed screen, but Barrett gets underneath, and Barrett will get in for the Cougars.
I saw a very obvious foul there that wasn't called. Big slap on the wrist.
As Jones takes it down, and a mishap on the pass. Giving it right back to the Cougars. Barrett passes it into Martin. Giving it right back to Barrett here. Scanning the court for any options. Barrett down the right side. And there will be a foul called.
Hopefully we don't see a repeat in the fouls like we were in the first half.
There have been a lot less fouls in this first half, though, than there have been in the second half than there have been in the first half, for sure.
Yeah. You never know, though.
As we're about to see some of the Coco Tiger noisemakers in the crowd tonight.
And hopefully they don't vibrate the camera again. And there we go.
And no distractions there for Barrett as she gets it in. At this point, it's muscle memory for Barrett. Not even giving them enough time to make noise. She gets in her second shot. Gets it up to Jones. Coco now with the ball. Tigers maneuvering their way down the court. Busser playing defense on Jones. Jones goes underneath. No good, and it will be Barrett with the rebound. Barrett taking it down the right side of the court. Barrett giving it to Minnery. And Minnery setting up any place she can. Giving it out to Simon. Simon taking it underneath. Will go, and it is in. Simonique Simon.
That was a beautiful play there. We saw some boxing out, some great dribbling, great passing. It's perfect.
Cougars now lead by 18 points. Very big point differential here, as it is now Aggie with the ball who gives it out to Jones. Jones, no options available, finds it underneath for Aggie. Aggie in for two. Coco finding their way back on the board.
Aggie just fighting her way to the court, to the paint, right up for a perfect layup.
Martin now with the ball, gets it out to Simon. Simon sidestepping to the right, gets it out to Barrett. Barrett to Martin, Barrett with the screen. Martin will take it in for a backwards layup, and it is in for Riley Martin.
Wow.
Drake now taking it down. Drake, and it is intercepted by Minnery, and Minnery will take it in for her own layup, and it will extend the Cougars' lead by 20.
Wow.
48 to 28. as Blackman now with the ball.
We're seeing some simple plays here. Nothing, you know, too fancy or anything. Just good old-fashioned simple layups.
As Aggie now has the ball, giving it out to Drake. Drake making her way, and it is taken away there by Barrett. Barrett gives it to Martin. Martin, and it is swatted down, but there will be a foul called on Cocoa Tigers.
Coco's passing has seemed not to improve. I mean, they keep, you know, it keeps getting overturned to the Cougars. And it's, you know, they're losing a lot of points that way. It's not doing them so good.
As Riley Martin goes to shoot.
Looks like she's about to have two.
She will miss her first shot. As you heard on the mic, number 12, Jasmine Stevens, is subbed in now for the Cocoa Tigers. Taking their second shot. And it is in for Riley Martin. Cougars extend their lead. Jones now has not been subbed out all game. She's been a key player.
Lead point scorer, Jones.
Pass underneath for two, no good. Will get her own rebound, and she will get fouled.
We're starting to see a little bit of repetition with the fouls as we did with the first half. It's not the best sight. Slowing the game down a lot, though.
And Bass will go to shoot for two. First shot is no good off the right side of the rim.
Minnery grabs the ball, passes back to the ref.
As she goes to take her second shot here. And she gets it in. Simon giving it to Martin. Martin making her way down the court. Gets it out to Barrett. Barrett finds Buster. Buster looking for anything. She just passes it right back to Martin. Martin going down. And she loses control of the ball, and it will be Cocoa Tigers ball. Seems as though Joe can pass it in to Jones. Jones calling out a play. Gets it out to Bass. Bass for a three, long three, no good. Will be rebounded by Minnery.
Minnery showing off her handles there.
Trying to keep her down, but they will not. And she will find the basket.
Really using her size. I mean, she took some huge steps there, more like leaps, if anything.
As the Tigers now have the ball, only about 45 seconds left in this third quarter. Off the rim will be rebounded by Barrett. Barrett finds Simon to avoid the jump ball. Finds, Buster. And it seems as though they will throw it off of Drake. And it will be Cougar ball.
Did I see that it hit the back of her head there?
It might have. Buster finding anything she can. She finds Barrett.
Barrett seems to be scanning her options, giving some instructions to her fellow teammates.
Takes the screen, goes underneath, stop, jump, and in like muscle memory for Callie Barrett. 20 seconds remain in this third quarter. Barrett on defense on Jones. Stop, blocked. Right there by Talia Buster to end the third quarter with authority.
We saw a little aggression there from Sophia Bass. Not so happy about the shutdown that Talia Buster put on her shot.
Well, we'd like to take this time to thank you for tuning in to the Cougar Network tonight and watching the broadcast. Make sure you like and subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on social media at cmhs.cougernetwork. That is cmhs.cougernetwork.
I see some replays here, some highlights.
Get caught up on all our sports and activities. Some third quarter highlights here. Minnery in for her layup. A lot of layups going on here for the Cougars, taking it straight up the court, into the paint.
Really glad to see, because at halftime we both said that we don't need very, divergent plans. We don't need very, skillful plans. We just need some simple layups, driving to the basket, getting whatever points you can, maximizing, their skills and their physical attributes and everything else. And they seem to be doing that.
Absolutely. And let's see if Cocoa can respond. They do have the ability to. This is a very possible game to keep close for Cocoa. Cocoa just has to be able to stop the Cougars on defense.
Cocoa's coach looks very enthusiastic, very involved in the game, and seems like he really, really likes to know what's going on. He's not out of the loop whatsoever.
However, if your Lady Cougars win tonight, you can catch them back here in the regional semifinal match next Tuesday, the 18th. Tip-off time is still to be determined, but make sure you subscribe once again to be notified when the game is set. And it will be in and out. Wilson gets the rebound, making a very backup substitute lineup here for the Cougars. Giving it to Scabelli. Scabelli out to Busser. Busser will pump fake, giving it right back out to Simon. Simon to Maloney. Maloney will try to give a screen call there to Simon. Wilson will lose her footing. And Bass will take it down. 1-2.
Absolutely denied
by Charlie Scabelli.
And there was no foul there, I don't think. I mean, it was a clean, no hands on anyone. Perfect definition of a denied shot.
A very clean block there for the Cougars.
We've seen a lot of denied shots, though, throughout this game. Coaches do not seem to be happy about that one play, though.
Bass going underneath into the paint, and she does get it in for two for the Tigers. Simon giving it to Busser. Seems as though Busser will be the one to take it down. No, she gives it to Simon. Simon moving her way down the left to Wilson. Wilson out to Maloney. Maloney going underneath. Will get fouled with the and one. You see a replay here of that absolute denial by Charlie Scabelli.
No hesitation whatsoever here.
Boom! Denied as Maloney goes to shoot her one shot at the line. Camera shaking. And it will just go outside for Maloney. And it will be Drake, and it will be, Bass with the ball. Bass giving it to Jones. Jones showing off a little bit of handles here, gets the shot up. No good for Gianna Moore, but she gets underneath. No good once again, but rebounded this time by Bass. Bass giving it to Jones. Jones trying to make sure she doesn't go out of bounds and get another turnover. Tries to force it off the leg. Drake underneath, Drake for two. And she will get some more points on the board for Cocoa. Busser now with the ball. Finds Scabelli. Scabelli finds Simon. Simon goes underneath into the paint, finds her way for two. Simonique Simon for two.
We're seeing some great plays on both sides of the ball right now. Some passes, going up for layups. It's really good to see.
Finds Blackman underneath, who finds Drake. Drake will give it right back. And she will give it out to Blackman. Blackman for three, no good. Will be rebounded by Wilson. Wilson making her way down the court.
Wilson trying to keep her.
Giving it to Busser. Busser, Matu, Maloney. Setting up the screen here for Scabelli, fake screen. Now Maloney giving her a real screen call. Busser. Field screen there by Simon. Out to Scabelli, Scabelli out to Wilson. Wilson taking underneath into the paint. Wilson for two. Will go. Emily Wilson.
Raising the score 59-33 with about 5 minutes and 35 seconds left in the fourth and final quarter.
And it seems though they'll be trying to steal there by Maloney. Jones will just go underneath. Behind the back layup, and it is in.
She didn't even look there.
Jones. Talia will football throw it down the court to Simon. Simon gets it underneath to Maloney, and there will be a foul called there on Maloney, it seems.
I mean, if you thought
it would be the foul on Maloney.
If you thought the game was fast in the first half, you were mistaken, because this game has really got sped up.
And there will be a timeout called here. Cougars they have been on fire tonight. They have not stopped. They are pedal to the metal. They are not stopping.
They have not let up whatsoever.
They are striking fear into whoever has the opportunity to play them next in this regional tournament. I mean, this is to get the states. Cougars, they've been at that stage before, 3 straight years. They have never won states.
No, they have not, unfortunately, but hey, this year might be different. We have a great team put together. You know, passing everything, the shots are there, and I truly believe we can win states this year.
Absolutely, the team that we have now. But Coco still has some time left on the clock. They do have the ability to cut this lead short and see if maybe they try to force an overtime, or heck, maybe even pull off a miracle and win this game.
You know, you never know, and you don't want to talk too soon. But let's see, let's hope for a fair game, not too many fouls, and let's see if we can see some great shots and great plays.
As Maloney goes to the line to shoot her two. And that will extend the lead by 25. Cougars up 60-35. Maloney taking her second shot. And it will go in. That is easy for Maloney. And to get out to Drake. Drake taking it down. And almost denied there. They'll give it to Penny Feather, who will travel, and she will give it right back to the Cougars.
Seems Talia Buster's about to pass the ball in. Scanning her options.
Buster now with the ball, almost loses control of it there. Same with Simon. She finds Scabelli. Scabelli finds Simon almost, but no, and it is taken away by Jones. Jones looking for anything. They have her on double cover here. Jones does find someone. It's Blackman. Passes it underneath to her. Jones for 3. Will not go. And the rebound by Simon. She will still have it. Gives it out to Busser. Busser out to Wilson. Wilson up for 2. Will go. Emily Wilson.
No hesitation there. Looked straight up at the basket, took the shot, didn't think twice.
And the Cougars still remaining dominant in this game. Jones underneath to Penny Feather. Penny Feather up for 2. No good. And they will call it off of Penny Feather, and it will be Cougar ball. And it seems as though the Cougars will do a substitution here. Seems as though they're bringing number 25, Avery Davis, number 30, Brielle Buckley, and number 1, Ava Bruno, as they go for a full backup lineup here.
Jones definitely stacking the points on for the Tigers.
And it seems as though Emily Wilson will get called for a double dribble here, and it will be right back to Coco. As Blackman will go to pass it in. Trying to find anything, and she does. She finds Drake. Drake looking around, finds Jones. Jones out to Blackman. Blackman right back out to Jones. Jones pump fake 3. No good. She will go up for 2. She will get fouled. And she will go to shoot for 2 at the line.
We've definitely seen our fair share of fouls so far, but not as many as we did in the first half, which is still refreshing. It's a slight improvement.
Absolutely. Both teams have been in a lot of foul trouble here, as it is Jones who will go to shoot from the line.
See if she could tidy up the score anymore. Try to equal it out.
The first shot does not go in. And she goes to take her second shot here. The shot will go in for Jones. And Scabelli will now have it. She will pass it over to Wilson. Ooh, they're full court pressing here off the foot of Jones. Jones spins underneath. She will get fouled. And she will go right back to the line for the Tigers.
As I've probably said 100 times, Jones is the most skillful player as I've seen on the Tigers so far. I mean, she has about 18 points per game, which is astonishing. That's more than Maddie Minery. She has 3.2 assists per game.
And she keeps adding to her point total tonight.
According to her, the book, she's just the most skilled player so far on the team.
Being only a sophomore as well.
Exactly.
But the added one is in and out. Giving it right to Scabelli. Scabelli loses control of the ball, and it seems as though it will be off of Jones.
Scabelli kept her calm there, just, trusting that it was going to go out of bounds.
Wilson now with the ball. Tosses it up to Bruno, who gives it right back to her. Wilson looking around. Wilson going underneath. Wilson charging forward. Will get picked up by Aggie. Jones now with the ball. Jones making his way down center court. Jones guarded by number 1, Ada Bruno on the Cougars. Aggie sets up a screen. Jones up for 2. Will go for Jones.
Jones shooting one after the other.
Adding more and more points to her point total tonight. And the Cougars will call a timeout. Well, we'd like to thank you for tuning in to the Cougar Network and watching tonight's broadcast. Please like and subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on social media at cmhs.cougernetwork. That is cmhs.cougernetwork to keep up to date with all sports and anything that might be going on.
Please tune in whenever you can. You'll get some great images and great videos and shots of everything, especially if you're a player and want to rewatch your film.
What has been your main takeaway from today's matchup so far, Wyatt?
Honestly, so far, we need to tone down the fouls.
Absolutely, the fouls.
I mean,
we've seen the Cougars in foul trouble a lot, though, this season in the games that we've commentated.
I mean, they're very enthusiastic, very aggressive, and it's refreshing to see. I mean, you want an enthusiastic team, but you don't want to keep getting fouls because it takes away from the overall ability and skillful of each player. And it's not only individual, it's a team. When you foul one person on your own team, you're fouling as a team because it's deducting. Like, I don't want to, brag on one player, but if Maddie or Talia or anyone like that were, in foul trouble and they take them out, that affects the game in a big way, and it's not good whatsoever.
Absolutely. Wilson gets out to Bruno. Bruno will give it right out to Wilson. Almost stepped up, and it is.
Oh.
Drake now with the ball, gets out to Jones. Jones underneath, and Jones will take it in.
Zoomed in there like the Flash.
Dwindling this lead, full court pressing. Bruno with the ball now. Bruno will trip and fall. Drake with the ball now, going underneath. No good. It will be rebounded there by Wilson. Wilson finds her way to Bruno. Finally, the Cougars back on their own side of the court. We'll give it out to Davis. Davis finds Bruno. Bruno finds Wilson. Now Wilson's stalling a little bit, trying to take time off the clock, not giving Coco any chance. Guy with the ball. Guy will lose control, giving it to Jones. Jones jogging her way up to the layup, and she will take it in. Jones, more points getting stacked up for Jones on the board here.
Tigers are just drilling in right
now. Get it out
now.
to Wilson. Wilson to Bruno. Bruno going underneath in the paint. She loses control, but it will be off the fingertips of Drake, and it will remain on Cougar ball.
Now, what I said before, slowing down is very good for both sides of the ball, but the Tigers are not slowing down whatsoever. They're speeding up their game, and the Cougars were caught off guard, and they're not keeping up. So if they could stay in control of the ball, that would be amazing.
Bruno for 3.
It's down!
Ava Bruno, a 3-point shot, and she will go and shoot at the line.
Gotta see a replay here of that beautiful three-pointer from Ava Bruno.
Gets it out, and it is just and after with her and-one shot being taken here. And Cougars will get it in. Gets it out to Jones. 2 minutes remaining. What will Coco put together in these final 2 minutes we are about to see? Blackman giving it out to Stevens. Stevens finds more and more underneath, finds Aggie. Aggie gets it in.
I have to say, Tigers are...
And there will be a timeout call for the Coco Tigers.
Tigers are really trying to drill in those last couple points. I mean, at this point, you never know if the Tigers can catch up. I mean, it's a pretty high lead, and you never know.
22-point lead.
You want to
Tigers have been playing fast pace, though. We did see them score quite a few points in very few seconds.
Now, I love the enthusiasm, the positivity. Even if you're losing by 30 points, most people will just kind of give up in the last minute, but they're not.
The Tigers are fighting. They're not giving up on anything.
Persevering through it.
And that says something about the team for sure.
Exactly. They're very well glued together. I mean,
just culture for sure.
Shows culture.
We've seen the Tiger family out here today. They even showed up. They came all this way to
3 hours,
support.
right?
Maybe even more. I don't know. I'll have to look that up for you.
Just coming out here is incredible on its own. Oh, that was a loud whistle.
And supporting the Tigers as Bruno tries to find Wilson. Jones heavily guarding Wilson there. Bruno now has it on her side of the court. She finds Wilson again, wide open. Wilson gets it out to Guy. Guy for 3. No good off the backboard. And it seems as Stevens will take it, she'll give it to Blackman. Blackman will take it herself. Jump 2. No good. Will be rebounded by Aggie. Aggie finds Blackman again. Blackman will take it underneath. And
looks like there's going to be a foul on 30 or 3. No, 30.
Number 30, Brielle Buckley on the Cougars.
Buckley's known for great defense and her ability to block a lot of shots. She's very tall.
Shoot. Her first one is in. Ty Blackman. Blackman will take her second shot. And it is off. Buckley with the rebound. Gets it out to Wilson. Wilson scanning, trying to make her way around. Finds Buckley. Buckley will get out to Guy, who gives it out to Bruno. Bruno will take a step right. We'll find Wilson. Wilson pump fake out to Buckley. Buckley for 2. No good. And it'll be rebounded by Blackman. Blackman making her way down the court. Blackman will shoot for 2. No good. And it will be Stevens with the rebound. No, Blackman gets it. Blackman making her way around the court and shoots. And she will be fouled there. Ty Blackman will go to shoot once again at the line here.
Fouls are definitely stacking up in these final moments of the game, final seconds.
She will miss her first shot. And second one will also be missed, and it will be rebounded by Jones. He gets it out to Stevens. Stevens, no good. Will be rebounded by Davis. Davis keeping control of the ball here. Gets it out to Wilson. And remains Cougar ball after the kickball foul there. Wilson now on the ball will give it to Bruno. Final 20 seconds-ish here. Coco's still fighting, and it is intercepted there by Stevens. Stevens will get it taken away, though, by Wilson. Wilson staying in bounds. Wilson finds Buckley. Buckley loses control of the ball. Finds Wilson. Wilson will just take it for 2. Gives it up to Jones. Jones fights. Finds Blackman. Blackman. Final points of the game, and it is in. And ladies and gentlemen, that will do it for us. Your Cougars.
That's a wrap.
Will move on, beating the Cocoa Tigers 67-48, a 19-point victory. Moving on to go play the winner of Lake Highland Prep or Lakewood, whoever wins tonight.
I gotta say, the score might have been, very lenient towards the Cougars, but we saw a great game out of both of them.
Absolutely.
I mean, they both had their highlights. We saw some incredible plays, some great sportsmanship, and I have to say, the enthusiasm tonight, out of all the games I've announced, and probably just gone to for high school sports, I gotta say, I loved it tonight.
Absolutely. Cocoa Tigers fans, you came out and showed up for sure tonight. Long way to travel. Thank you for showing up. It is always a pleasure.
It's fans like you that make it fun and make a great experience for everyone here.
What can the Cougars do to go forward?
Honestly,
to progress their game and maybe even go back to states.
They need to, when they pass the ball in, they need to, slow down and see their options more. It's mostly just, fast speed problems that they have. And they're just not really thinking what they're doing. They're just trying to get on the opposite side of the court, and it's kind of working against them. I mean, sometimes it works, and because they're very skillful, so they can get away with a lot. But it doesn't work every time. So they need to slow down, They need to pass. They need to think who they're passing to. And, you know, in their heads, they need to think about their skills, and they need to think about what they can do and what they're able to do. But that's just one of, you know, a couple things. But overall, Cougars did great tonight. Their defense was impeccable. We saw some great three-pointers. You know, just again, fouls, both sides of the ball, though. It wasn't only Cougars. But this season overall, we've seen a lot of fouls from the Cougars. But they're a very aggressive team, and you have to respect that. And it works against them, but it also works for them. So.
Absolutely. Well, that is a wrap on tonight's game. Thank you for tuning in to the Cougar Network. I'm CJ Benson.
And I'm Wyatt Lyon.
And we will catch you at the next game.
Thank you.
That was great.